Well, Tuesday's average high is going to put a little bit of a dent in our average high for the entire month of January. That's still not too bad. About 46 degrees and able to pull that off. Look at 1, 2, 3. We're ended up with 4 days below 40 degrees. 25 days in. I looked historically. I thought that skewed on the high side of the road. That is right smack dab in the middle of everything historically from Joplin Regional Airport as far as a January high temperature. Do want to point out though that after it moved through us this morning and our temperatures continue to drop all the way down to about 10 a.m. We didn't see any increase until 10 a.m. We now see that thing making its way all the way through really south central Oklahoma and now moving through central Arkansas as well. So here's where we stand over 7th and Range Line, 27 degrees. We're going to have those wind chills that are pretty much going to be stuck in the teens, low 20s all day long. And even with the barometer on the rise, we'll have a little incoming cloud cover for this evening into tomorrow. These are our actual temperatures, finally getting back to the freezing point. Down to the south right there, just about there in Anderson. And, up to the north here, probably topping out about 30. Don't know if we'll see widespread 32s abound. But compared to where we were when we were talking about it feeling like 3 and 4 degrees this morning, not too bad. And we knew this was going to happen when we had the KOAM News at Noon yesterday. We were just waiting on those arrows to shift. And once they did, say about 6, 7 o'clock last night, that's just when we went straight down. And so what does that mean for us wind chill wise? We're up into the teens. Remember, it's late January. That's really not too bad. And we've been able to escape any advisories, watches, or warnings associated with, number one, any cold temps. These are wind chill advisories up to the upper plains. Of course, they were talking about anywhere from 20 to 25 below zero. And then out to our west, a winter storm warning. Yeah, they actually had some snow that just will not leave portions of not only western, but also central Kansas alone. Didn't quite get to Wichita right here. But when we talk about the actual snow depth piled up all the way to the point where they were talking about having to close portions of I-70, not just because of the snow, but of course the high winds really reducing visibility as well. This is that cloud cover that I mentioned moving in from the west, but it's a dry air mass, so no precipitation involved with those clouds. And the clouds increasing really going to be a theme for the rest of our Tuesday, to the point where almost overcast skies here by the time we get closer to sunset. So let's go ahead and transition from Tuesday into Wednesday, because this is going to be interesting. Even with the mostly cloudy night, we lose that by the time we get to tomorrow. So sunrise tomorrow is going to be beautiful, but of course, what does that lack of cloud cover do? All that heat. Anything that's in the ground, it is a thing of the past, and our wind chills even colder than what we had this morning. But here's the positive part about Wednesday. Because we're going to get plenty of sunshine, we'll warm up just a little bit quicker, and our temperatures, whether it be wind chill or actual temperatures, are going to be better tomorrow afternoon than what they will be this afternoon. We'll see some more widespread 30s, especially along and south of I-44. And then as we get into Thursday morning, consistent teens for our wind chills gives you an idea that we're headed back up to the 50s by the time we get to the weekend. This is that storm system that we were talking about that was dropping off of I-70 right there. And while it's going to drop out of our frame really fast, it actually doesn't give up completely. It kind of stalls out, if you will, and then decides, I need to sprint across to the east. And that's why we could see some light flurries here, mainly Wednesday night into Thursday. But because this thing is moving so fast and doesn't have a whole lot of moisture in it, it shouldn't affect our travel at all. And we kind of see our clouds come and go through Thursday. Here it is right here. Watch this thing just kind of stop and all of a sudden just decide, I think I took a wrong turn. And just boom, due east right through us, and then breaks up before it gets to the Mississippi. You'll notice a secondary shot of cold air that moves here on Friday. We're actually going to have an additional cold front on Friday, but it's not going to be anything like what we've had for Tuesday and Wednesday. The overnight lows are going to drop back to the 20s. I think that's the key factor in that. But then a great looking 4-state weekend to wrap up January and get ready for February, to the point where we're talking about mid to high 50s.
Yeah.
Just kind of counterbalance out where we talk about that average high for January. End of the month's just going to counterbalance what we'll have for the last 2 days.
There you go. Look forward to the weekend there. Light at the end of the tunnel.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, Michael. We take